Hello, and welcome to English Gardening with the Hacksman. Today, I'll be showing you how to create these faux landscaping stones. And by faux, of course, I mean they're fake as hell. Guys, I've got a conundrum. I've got these wood chips around the house, and they meet up with the grass. Sometimes they meet up with the lack thereof grass. But it's a messy edge, and I've looked at different types of pavers and stuff, and I just don't like the hard edge and the way it looks. And so I saw this hack online, and you know, I'm something of a hack myself, and I thought, I'm gonna give that a try. But first, let's go back 24 hours and do some testing. Cheap drop cloth. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, this is way messed up. This ain't gonna be no good. Let's see how our test came out. First off is just the concrete piles that I made. This one I went over with a trowel to try to smooth it over a little bit, and it got better than the other two. But as you can see, basically what these look like is a clump of concrete. So I'm gonna call these a definite fail. Let's go to the first one. These are still warm. This one was the heavy rock salt one. I mean, it does look better than this one over here. You can see it's smoother, but you know, I'm guessing this could be a couple of different things. This could be the rock salt that caused this bumpiness, but also whenever I pulled these up, when I pulled the plastic up to make the bag, and there's air on the bottom. So then whenever I flipped it over, the air went to the top and lifted the bag off of the concrete. And I think that could be what's causing that. Let's go on down the line and see what we come up with. This one had the light rock salt in it. They're basically the same. This one had no rock salt on it. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting better. Last one. This is where I did the concrete and then mixed some black color into the concrete. Hey-o! All right, so this one that's pretty wild looking. I don't know if I like that colorization on there. Now the only thing is I got to figure out how many of these I need, and I think it's going to be quite a few. So after some quick measurements and using my superior skills of deduction, I have deduced, is that? I have deduced. Anyway, I need about 140 of these rocks. So let's get cracking. One thing to keep in mind whenever you're making concrete is that the more water you add to cement, the weaker the final concrete product will be. For this whole 50-pound bag, they say to only add about 1.9 liters of water to it. So you want it to be fairly dry normally. But in this case, I actually want this to be kind of loose. And the reason is because it is fast setting. This stuff is setting up. Like, don't mix a whole bag of this and try to do this at one time. If you use the fast setting, I'm only doing maybe a bag to 3/4 of a bag, and I'm almost running out of time before it starts to set up. So that's why I'm just making it a little bit looser. And I don't really need strength for this anyway. This is purely for looks, so this will be fine for this project. This is why you don't want your mix to be too dry, because when you pull it out of the bag, you're gonna have these cracks all in it. Now, what I'm gonna do is actually just take some of the concrete that's left over here that I haven't put in a bag yet, and I'm gonna smear it over those cracks. Because if there's one thing you don't want showing, it's your crack.
Oh no! Okay, let's go right here. Are you trying to try again?
Now this is kind of a lengthy and tedious project for me, and whenever I've got something like that, I like to ask myself, what would a socially conscious shoe company do? And that's right, I come to the conclusion, have the women and children do it. Oh, wait, let me see. Let me see. I got a rock.
Oh, that's a pretty rock. You could frame these, didn't you?
Yeah, so these don't have any, because I ran out of Pam. I ran out of it, and I was like, you know what, the test ones seem to do okay without it, so none of these have oil on them. So that just makes it go even faster and easier.
You used all out, yeah.
Anyway, it goes a lot faster. Pardon the interruption. It has recently come to my attention that some of you may not have hit the like button or the subscribe button. Please do it now. Have you done it? Okay, back to the regularly scheduled program. To the garden we go. Come, children. Don't drop the fake stones. Once you get all the rocks down, be sure to water them. It'll help them grow. Oh yeah, and don't make fun of my sparsely grassed area here in the garden, okay? I've been working hard on this, and I put a bunch of seed in here and it's not growing. So in an upcoming video, I'm going to resolve this issue. When I first saw this on the internet, I thought, that's just dumb enough it might work. And lo and behold, it does. And I'm actually really thrilled with this. I know Kim's happy with it. It really gives the cottagey look that Kim wanted for this little kind of secret garden. Why did I do that on garden? Anyway, it's her little secret garden back here for her and my mom. So it gave us the perfect look we like, and it was easy to do. But let's talk dollars and cents. First off, as we all know, I ain't got no cents. So let's move on to dollars. Dollars, this cost me about 60 bucks to do this whole project because it took 11 bags at, about $5.50 a bag. That's 140 of these stones that I did that did this whole project. So $60, and that comes up to about 43 cents a stone. Now, if you go and you do a quick search on the internet to buy a bunch of these stones, okay? If you buy real ones, they're gonna end up costing you anywhere from, I couldn't find them this low, but let's just say $4 to more like $8 a stone. So you're talking about saving, I don't know, $1,000 to do this project. Time-wise, we had about 5 hours in this project, and you gotta remember, it takes me a little bit longer because I'm trying to film everything, and but this job is so simple that a child can do it because clearly my children did help out on this project and we all enjoyed doing it. Let's talk about some tips that I want to let you know about. I've just realized that I lied to you. In fact, the cost on this project was not 60 bucks, but more like 70 bucks because I did pay $10 for this pack of drop cloths, which brings me to our first tip, and that is these are a 1/2 mil thick, and you may want to get slightly thicker. These actually worked fine for, I would say, 97% of the stones, but if we put too much in, we could tear these. Now, the way to prevent that is these tips, okay? Whenever you're making the bag, don't turn it too tight, don't twist it too tight, because you'll push the air through and you'll pop the back and you'll blow a hole in it, okay? The other tip is don't drag it, don't drag them across the table because you're gonna have concrete on there and you're gonna tear it. And we found that to be, as we got in more of a hurry, that became more of an issue. So don't do that. When using the fast setting Quikrete, only do about a 1/2 bag at a time, because if you do more than a 1/2 bag, it's very likely it'll start to set up before you can finish. Because we used the fast setting, we were actually able to pull these out of the bag after about 20 minutes, maybe even 15 minutes, we were able to unbag them. And that's why I went with the fast setting. Now, you only get 50-pound bags whenever you buy the fast setting. If you go with the standard Quikrete, you can get 80-pound bags, and I think those bags actually cost, 50 cents to $1 less per bag of this. So you can bring the cost of this project down even further if you're not in a hurry. If you were willing to make your stones and let them set overnight, you'd be totally fine using the standard Quikrete. Gloves. You may want to pick some of these up. What are these? These are large, lady size. You may want to pick some gloves up just to keep your hands from drying out from using all the concrete. Guys, I hope you found this video super helpful. The sun is, why can I never? The sun is always in my way. This shot, oh, let's have a truck drive by right when I'm talking to. Beep bye. What would be helpful for me right now is if a cloud could go in front of the sun. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Let me know if you want me to do any more projects like this in the future. See ya.